What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am back for another Midday Monologue Monday. Hold on here, let me take a... that's just a tad better. Try to leave a little space over here for anything that needs to pop up. So how's it going today, everyone? It's the end of March, and I'm still all bundled up. Now, I left work on Friday, and they were saying that this coming week, we're going to be looking at temperatures in the 50s. I woke up this morning, checked the news before I came to work, found out I was going to be in the 40s with a real feel close to the high 30s. I don't mind the winter, I actually kind of like it. But even me, I gotta say, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. But anyway, here I am outside New York City on a windy day, but otherwise beautiful looking. I mean, it's a little chilly, it's a little windy. In fact, hopefully it's not gonna get so windy that we're gonna have another camera quake. We're gonna go flying, but if it does, who cares? I'm gonna film right through it. No editing it that out. Why should I bother? It looks real, and that makes it look good, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm not trying to win an Academy Award here with this production, now am I? So, for today's Midday Monologue Monday, and actually, for this and the next two installments, so for 3 installments of the Midday Monologue Monday, I wanted to bring to your attention some things that have appeared on my Game-dar. Yes, my gaming radar for 2018. I found 9 games that I am very interested in. And 1 expansion. So 10 items, 9 games, 1 expansion that I'm very excited about. That's coming out this year, 2018. So I thought I might as well talk about it now, since we're already ending the 3rd month. The first quarter's like over, right? So I might as well start talking about these. So 3 games for today. 3 games that are on Two Gun Pixies. That's on Two Gun Pixies and my personal game radar. So the first one I'm going to start with a favorite company of mine. A company that for the last year and a half has really just shot out of the gates as far as I'm concerned, and has delivered one quality game after another. And that company is Osprey Games. And the game that I'm talking about, there's actually 2 on my list, only 1 that's going to be on today's list. But that game, the first game I want to talk about right now that's on my game radar for 2018, uses the same engine and mechanics that their game The Lost Expedition by Pierre Sylvester uses, which is an award-winning game. I love the game. The 20-Sided Warriors love that game. So taking that game and moving forward to a new title that I am highly anticipating, and that title is Judge Dredd, The Cursed Earth. Now, I'm a casual fan of Judge Dredd. I like Judge Dredd. I'm not a hardcore fan like my buddy Tim, who introduced me to Judge Dredd in 2000 AD comics back in the mid-90s, mid-80s, that is, back in high school. I've always enjoyed the character Judge Dredd. I've enjoyed his world. The judges, especially the side judges and Judge Anderson, my favorite, to tell you the truth. And, of course, iconic villains like Mean Machine, and who could forget Judge Death. Fantastic, great, exciting adventure world 2000 AD gave us. And this game, you're taking an exciting title with exciting characters and you're putting it on top of an award-winning game system. I am so there. Take my money. So, it does add some new game mechanics that it was needed for this version that we did not see in the Lost Expedition, such as they have a radiation tracking, which helps make that very thematic for the game, very atmospheric, as well as psychic abilities. Now, I just said Judge Anderson is my favorite. I love the side judges, and she is just awesome. So and that makes me even more wildly anticipating this game. It's just like Lost Expedition. You can have a co-op mode. You're going to have a solo mode that you're going to be able to play through. I did not see if they're going to have a versus mode, but I'm assuming they are, since it works so easily with the Lost Expedition game. So this is, I couldn't find any hard date on this. It looks like it's going to be out third quarter this year. So maybe by the end of the summer or the beginning of fall, that is probably, we'll see it. So I'm looking forward to that. That's Judge Dredd and the Cursed Earth by Osprey Games. Very immense sci-fi Western world feel, definitely. All right, so next on my list, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gamers of all ages. Next on my list is a game that I had originally, well, I almost bought it this past year? Maybe about 12 to 15 months ago or so. I almost bought the original version of this game, and now I'm really glad that I didn't. And that game by AEG, Alderac Entertainment Games, that game is Thunderstone Quest. So this is the update of their classic hit game, Thunderstone, and it incorporates some of the expansions that the original game had, along with all new mechanics. This is a deck builder game for 2 to 4 players, 14 and up. That should be running 60 to 90 minutes is what they're telling us. So there is RPG style to this game. It is a light RPG feel, an advancement system, which is mainly done through the deck building game, as you are completing quests and destroying your enemies completely, annihilating them. You're going to get a chance to, build your deck. You're improving. You're leveling up, so to speak. So it does have that RPG feel to it. This thing is just like anything you would imagine that this would be. Games like this, it definitely took the first step, and that was just making this thing just drip with fantasy atmosphere. So even if you're just a casual fan of deck building games like me, I'm not a hardcore fan of it, just a casual fan. This fantasy atmosphere, if you're into fantasy games, it's going to ramp up. Trust me, it's going to ramp up your want and your need to get this game. So they did tweak it. So if you have the original version, you're probably not going to be able to use anything that comes out from this point forward, unfortunately. But that's what happens, right, when they re-envision games. But I'm highly looking forward to it. It was on Kickstarter. It blew its Kickstarter goal out of the water. They were looking like something like, was it 50,000, and they made like 500,000. You go check the Kickstarter page. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I seem to remember was something like that happening. So it was fantastic. I'm sorry I missed the Kickstarter on that. Completely sorry that I missed out on all those stretch goals. So I couldn't find a date for that either. But looking at the Kickstarter, it looks like the backers are supposed to be getting the game like now. So hopefully it should be in the brick and mortar stores are able to order it now-ish, or if not now, very, very soon, maybe within weeks. So if you're a fantasy game fan, if you are a fan of deck building games, then I'm betting, like me, Thunderstone Quest is going to be on your radar. Now the third and last game I want to talk to about today for this particular midday monologue is a game that falls into a category that I really enjoy. Well, actually, it's a subcategory. And how I categorize things, it's a subcategory of a category. And that's the category is historic games, which I'm so a fan of. It really depends on the setting, but I don't dismiss them. Just when I hear it's a historical game, what the hell is that? Who needs that? No, I'm not like that at all. It's really conditional to the actual game. And in this case, it is a subcategory of historical games that I'm really interested in. I like it as a game. I like it as a genre and a theme, and that is the Age of Sail time period. And this particular game is Endeavor, the Age of Sails. Endeavor, Age of Sail. Now, Endeavor was a hugely popular board game, but they never did anything for it. There wasn't any expansions. It was very popular, hit everyone really hard and big. Everyone loved it. They did nothing with the title, and it kind of just fell to the wayside, which is really unfortunate. So this new edition of it that they're coming out with, Endeavor Age of Sail, I am so happy and excited about. It's a strategy game of colonization, of economy, and influence, taking place all around the world. And I like the way it's set up, the way you have to start colonizing certain places before you open up the trade route. I thought that was a nice little touch. I also like the fact that the board is double-sided, depending for, how to accommodate the number of players that you have. And I've seen this in other games. Not enough, but I have seen this in other games, and I always enjoy that because sometimes you do need the board to look a little different, placements to be a little bit different when you have, let's say, 5 players as opposed to 2 or 3 players. Now, one of the things that they added into this that the original did not have, and it has totally took my level of excitement and just like skyrocketed it, is the inclusion of what they call exploits. So they have a deck of exploit cards, and all of these incidences, these scenes, these exploits, for lack of a better term, are all based on real historical accounts that happened in the Mediterranean during the Age of Sail. So I love the fact that you're taking a game that's placed in a historical time period, not making it a historical game, but then adding on historical references while the game is being played. And also, they're also promising us that these exploit cards are going to help to ramp up the replayability, I guess is the way I want to say it, to make the game even more replayable so that more and more different things are constantly happening every time you're going to get this game to the table. That's a 2 to 5 player game. It's going to be running 60 to 90 minutes, the company tells us. We'll see about that. So those are the 3 games out of the 9 that currently your buddy Big Johnny G, as well as 20-Sided Warriors, are all looking forward to. We're very excited about. So once again, real fast, Judge Dredd: The Cursed Earth by Osprey Games, Thunderstone Quest by Alderock Entertainment Games, AEG, and Endeavor: Age of Sail. That's by Burnt Island Games. So those are 3 games. I think that if you're a gamer, which you probably are if you're watching my show, these are 3 games that you're going to want to go check out. Maybe you've heard of some of them, maybe you haven't. But if you haven't heard of them, please go to the websites of these companies, for Osprey, for AEG, and for Burnt Island, and check these games out. Because if you haven't heard about them, I think you definitely want to know more about these games that even I had the time to tell you about right now. So that's it. I want to thank everyone. Our YouTube is still blowing up. As of this morning, there was 816 when I got up this morning, 816 subscribers. So thank you so much for remembering to subscribe. Thank you very much for remembering to subscribe to Two Gun Pixie here on YouTube. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram-ish, and we're on Twitter. So like, share, subscribe, and thank you very much. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G. This has been Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming's Midday Monologue Monday, and I'll see everyone here for tomorrow's Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. And just to give you a little bit of a hint, tomorrow we are going to be questioning steel. All right, everybody, I am out of here.